Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and I'm about to show you guys another PSA return. If you're interested in old stuff, sorry you're not going to see it in this one. This one is actually going to be pretty much all Hidden Fates, but it's good stuff from Hidden Fates, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time on each card because I tell you what, I am hungry and I want some donuts. So I think I'm going to go out to, I think it's Donut Life out. If you look at Donut Life in Hickory, man, I tell you what, they got some big donuts. You know, I used to love eating me some Krispy Kreme, but you know what? They just don't cut it anymore. Their donuts are like, you know, that big, you know, really small. And then whenever you get something with filling in it, it's like you can basically eat the whole thing, and then you have like one bite with that will have filling in it. So for me, I just can't do Krispy Kreme after eating Donut Life. Donut Life, they're probably 1.5 pounds. I mean, they're huge. And what you can do is when you go in there, you can actually like, hey, I want extra filling. So they don't put the filling into it until you tell them, and you tell them what filling you want. And then, man, they just stuff it full of it. Usually when I get them, I mean, they're busting. I mean, you can't fit but like 5 or 6 donuts into, you know, one of those standard 12-count boxes that you would get from Krispy Kreme. Are all these Charizards? Now, I tell you what, 1 or 2 of those, and you're sitting pretty all right. Get you a nice cold glass of milk. Now, Krispy Kreme, now, I'm not trying to knock them too much. When I was in college, you know, we did all kinds of Krispy Kreme runs. In fact, we actually did an actual, exactly what I said, a Krispy Kreme run. There's the Krispy Kreme challenge, that's what it's called, where you run 2 miles, then you eat 1 dozen donuts, then you run 2 miles back. And to pass the challenge, you have to do it in under 1 hour. Now, there's these crazy people that can average 5 minutes a mile, and it only take 5 minutes to eat those donuts. Usually they're throwing up, you know, on the way back, and then 5 minutes a mile, you know, on the way back. So, I mean, I saw people finish that thing in under 30 minutes, which is insane. I managed to get it done, and I think it took me 51 minutes or so, and I was proud of that. You know, I was in the top 100 people or whatever, but you know, when we did it in Raleigh, there was like 10,000 people that participated in this run. I mean, it was crazy. There was moms pushing strollers and all kinds of stuff going on. Most of the people didn't do the challenge, but it was to raise awareness, I think, for a children's hospital. I can't remember if it was St. Jude's or if it was something else, but it basically had to do with children, you know, cancer and stuff. So, I mean, it was for a good cause, and you can get a t-shirt out of it. And of course, you know, I mean, you get to run off all the calories and eat 12 donuts. Now, what was not fun about that entire ordeal is when you went to get water, there was just so many people there. I mean, they give you this little tiny, you know, water cup. I mean, that's all you had to eat 12 donuts, you know, after you just ran 2 miles. So, I mean, that wasn't going to happen with the whole getting a drink thing. And I think I mapped it out. It ended up being like 2.4 miles or something like that for the entire run. So it was a little bit more than it was closer to the 5 mile mark from what I remember. But it was fun, and like I said, I like a good hot Krispy Kreme donut. It's just they're so small now, and their prices have literally tripled since I used to get them back when I was really young. So for me, you know, if I'm gonna pay $1 for a donut or $1.50 for a donut, I'm gonna get me something that's gonna fill me up. And I know that it's fresh. I like the taste of Krispy Kreme. I think they do a good job glazing stuff. But man, they don't do a good job filling it up. Man, look at all these shiny GXs. Dang. Did pretty good on this return. I think all of these were from the second wave of Hidden Fates packs that I got in. You know, Hidden Fates was super hot at that moment. I think packs were like $10 to $15 a piece, which was, you know, pretty up there. You know, it was right at its cap. And I opened them all. I was just like, you know, I want to have fun too, so I went ahead and opened them. And then I sent in all these GX cards. There was, what was crazy, I think there was only 1 Charizard out of all it was like 1,188 packs or something like that. And I saw this 6, I'm like, what the heck, what happened? And I looked at the bottom, looks like it got clamped or something maybe. But I thought it was PSA, but you see how it's rounded. So, I mean, that's not going to happen. PSA is not going to be able to get a rounded clamp on a card. So that was probably something that happened at the factory, and I just didn't notice it. Because the first round, I think I got 4 shiny Charizards, and then The second, I actually opened up just under 1,000 packs, and the second time I opened up almost 1,200 packs, I only got one. So it's pretty tough to pull, but you know, with as many hidden fates packs that have been out there, you know, it's not. There's gonna be plenty of shiny Charizard. We're gonna see that pop shoot up. I think really quickly. It's going to kind of boomerang over the next few months because a lot of people's submissions are starting to come back now, and we're also hitting that second and third wave, you know, return time for people who send it in on the 20 and 45 day. Now, if you send it in on the bulk submission stuff, I mean, that'll be a little bit later. But I imagine with all these 10s being circulated through Target and Walmart, man, there's going to be so many of those things in the pop because everyone, you know, that seems to pull one says, you know, I'm going to get it graded, I'm going to get it graded, I'm going to get it graded. I mean, you might as well because it really increases the price and it's an easy PSA 10, especially at the moment. But I think as time goes on over the next year, we're going to see that gap, you know, close in, you know, between ungraded and PSA 10. I don't think it's going to be, you know, double and triple like it has been. We are almost through the first box. You can kind of see where this is going. These should all be in order, and it looks like we're hitting, you know, every single card: 62, 61, 60, 59. Where's I don't have 58? Oh, 58, 57, 56. So I mean, we might actually have, you know, the full shiny GX PSA 10 set, you know, come through on this video. Ready to do that one? 63. No, we did not. So there's 63. We'll just start there, and we'll make sure that we hit all of them. I think I did pretty good on the golds as well in this one. There's a lot of PSA 10 Naganadals. There's Lucario, the 64. Man, I really want a donut. 65. So for me, like, I got really, really lucky with my metabolism. I could pretty much eat whatever I want and I'm fine. I don't hardly ever get sick. I don't think I've gained maybe 10 pounds since high school, but I honestly think it's just muscle weight. I don't think it's actually body fat. If it is, you know, I don't know where it is. My wife, she gets so mad. She basically says I have a tapeworm. You know, I can't really refute it because I don't know if I have one or not. Eating as terrible as I do, I deserve to be a big person. I will say that, you know. I have gotten a really nice lucky straw when it comes to my metabolism. Was that one out of order? Or maybe that one was. 70, 69. I wonder why that Sylveon was randomly in there. We got 66, 67, and we already got 76. Here's 68. I think this would get pretty close to finishing me off for the entire shiny set. Oh, well, it's not a subset, it's its own set for the Hidden Fates. There's the Umbreon, that's a nice one. There's number 70. Oh wait, 69. Oh, there we go. Man, was that 4 in a row on the Umbreon? That's pretty good. Darkrai, number 70. Can you imagine if this set had come out, you know, while all these cards were still fully legally in play? Man, this set would have been even crazier than it already was. But most of these cards are already out of rotation, or have been out of rotation for a few years. Got Guzzlord GX. Boom. Especially that Tapu Lele. Man. Everybody been wanting that thing. Wouldn't have been as collectible as something like an Umbreon, but I think there were cards that have gotten really hot at times, like the Espeon. I don't know if that's the same Espeon or not. Probably is. Well, no, the Espeon. Well, both Espeons got hot. The one that was from Breakpoint for its Confusion attack, and then, or no, that was the one that devolved people, I believe, or devolved Pokemon. And then the Espeon reprint, which, where'd he go? I want to look at him now. I don't know where he went. I think that one does the Confusion from Sun and Moon base set and hits you with 30 damage. All these Ultra Beasts. I think Kartana was in one of the World Championship decks Not this past year, I think 2018. Stack Attack had his day. So the Guzzlord. Of course, Gardevoir, I think, won it in 2018. That was in several decks. So far, we've done pretty good. I think we've hit all of these, at least one card with the PSA 10. And we know we've already got the Sylveon, but you know, there it is again. The prettiest of all the evolutions. The evolutions. Probably not. But it is pink. It's probably the most girly. Move on to Altaria. There's a 9. Uh-oh. Are we short Altaria? 76, 77? Because my next one is 78. Uh-oh. Maybe I already have that one. But definitely not for the video. I wonder what kind of deck I would make now. I'd like to try and actually do Pokemon battles again. Alright, filled up a box. Got about half of the box out in front of us in the camera. Then we got another half of the box left to go. We're almost through the shiny GXs, and we'll be moving on to more shiny cards, but it's going to be shiny trainers, secret rares, and gold rares. There's the Silvally, 79. Probably my favorite gift for Christmas was my wife got me a basketball goal. So ever since we moved in, I said that I was going to build a basketball court. It'd be sweet if it was indoor, but yeah, I ain't swinging that kind of money. We're going to, it'd be pretty costly, I think. We've got to level out some ground. Got to put down the asphalt. There's a trainer. Then you got to put that, well, you got to lay some gravel really, then lay some asphalt. Might want to put some rebar in there, I don't know. I'll concrete with rebar and just do like a flat pad. That way if I decide to build on it, it'd be fine. It's a lot of money to spend on a basketball court, especially when I have a key to our church, CLC, the Christian Life Center, where there's a full enclosed basketball court that hardly no one ever uses, that I can just go over to anytime that I want. Hard to justify something like that. But however, my wife, for Christmas, she got me a Goliath basketball goal. Man, those things are super cool. If you've ever been to Dick's Sporting Goods, you've seen them before. I think she got a 50-inch one. You know, it's a ton of money. I mean, it was probably like $1,000 or something like that. Which might not sound like, you know, something too crazy when you're looking at this PSA submission. You think, well, you spent probably that much money just to get these cards submitted. But, you know, you got to think, the money that I put into business, you know, that's completely separate from actual money that you spend on yourself or money that you spend on, you know, your home or things that you're going to want for your personal life, because anything that, you know, that I spend on the business, I can, you know, deduct in a way, or at least I can in time. Something like a basketball goal, you know, you're not going to be able to deduct that. I mean, there's no way you can relate that to business. Well, I guess I'm talking about it here on YouTube, but you know, it's for my personal use, so I'm not going. I would never do that. But you have to pay taxes on that kind of stuff, and if you've ever looked into something like that, then you know roughly if you're self-employed, any dollar that you make, the government's going to take roughly 35% of your profit, because you're going to lose your state and federal taxes just like anyone else. And I think self-employment here in North Carolina is 14.8% on top of all that, so you lose about 20 plus the 14.8. And then, of course, that's not including anything else like donations or tithe or anything like that you're going to have to put money in towards. When we built this building for the shop, I thought that, you know, if you build a building specifically for, you know, tax for your job, that you could deduct, you know, the amount that you pay to build it. It's not how it works either. You can only deduct the depreciation. It's like 1/39 of the total cost. And it's like, wow, the taxes are going to be that price. Might as well not, you know, call it as a business building. That way it's not attached to anything. So it's kind of crazy how stuff like that works. But, you know, if you have a good accountant, I'm sure you can get it figured out, and they can show you shortcuts or better ways to do something. For me, man, I just try to keep it as straight as possible. I don't want IRS coming after me for anything. And then here we go, the very last one, the Tapu Lele. We got 2 of them. So you got all 4 gold cards right there. You got the Bulu, Feeny, Coco, you got the Lele. So that's all 4 of those. You got the 4 Tapus. Of course, Tapu Lele was the most playable for any deck. Coco saw a little bit of play. Feeny never did. Bulu had a really fun deck, but it wasn't a staple like the Tapu Lele was. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're looking for any shiny cards, you can bet that almost all of these, minus a handful of ones I need for my personal collection, are going to be up for sale. So feel free to hit me up. If not, just wait till I put them on eBay. It won't be too long. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.